If you're planning to buy a new home, there is no doubt that a fixer-upper can be a tempting option, but is it really worth it? Let's take a closer look at what a project like this entails and the pros and cons you'll need to consider coming up next. Welcome to the channel. I'm Jason.fiallo, your native Virginia realtor and certified relocation specialist with Long & Foster Real Estate based in Northern Virginia. In this video, I'm going to address the pros and cons of buying a house that needs a complete overhaul. But first, if you gained something from this video and want to see new weekly videos covering real estate related topics, consider subscribing today. Now let's get into it. HGTV has created a culture of do-it-yourselfers stemming from simple, inexpensive ways to update your home to tearing everything down to the wall studs and nearly starting from scratch. This movement has inspired current and future homeowners to take on a gamut of projects, not only to improve the look of a home, but to increase its value. As a result, buyers have become increasingly flexible regarding the condition of a property because many are willing to take on larger projects. While improvements like repainting the interior of a home and steam cleaning the carpets will certainly make it look refreshed, extensive remodeling of a home that's in desperate need of updates and repairs is where the opportunity is. But like anything else, there are pros and cons associated with buying a fixer-upper. First, let's talk about the pitfalls of buying a home in need of major repairs. One of the biggest drawbacks, of course, is going to be the cost. Even if you find a great deal on the purchase price, you're going to need to invest a significant amount of money into repairs and renovations. This can quickly add up, and you could end up spending even more money than you would have had you purchased a move-in ready home. Another pitfall is the time it takes to complete the renovations. Depending on the extent of repairs needed, you could be looking at months or sometimes even years of work before the home is livable. This could be a major inconvenience, particularly if you're on a tight timeline or have other commitments that require your attention. There's also the potential of unexpected problems to arise during the renovation process. Even if you've done your due diligence and had the home inspected before purchasing, there's always a chance that you'll end up uncovering additional issues once you start tearing things apart. This can add to the overall cost and time needed to complete the renovations. And finally, there's the stress that comes with managing a major renovation project. If you're not experienced in home renovation or construction, you may find yourself feeling overwhelmed and unsure on how to proceed. This can lead to delays and mistakes that can add to the overall cost of the project. Those are the potential pitfalls of buying a home in a major need of repairs. But what about the benefits? There are certainly some advantages of taking on a fixer-upper. First and foremost, there's the potential for significant cost savings. Now, depending on the location and the condition of the home, you could be looking at steep discounts compared to the move-in ready homes in the same area. This can be a great way to get into a desirable neighborhood or invest in a property that has significant potential for appreciation. Another benefit of buying a fixer-upper is the ability to customize the home to your exact specs. When you're in charge of the renovations, you have the freedom to make the home exactly what you want it to be. This can be particularly appealing if you are looking for a unique or personalized living space. In addition, renovating a home can be a great way to build sweat equity. By putting in the time and effort to make those improvements, you're essentially increasing the value of the home. Finally, taking on a major renovation project can be incredibly rewarding. There's something special about seeing a home go from a neglected or outdated space to a beautiful and functional living space. It can be a great source of pride to know that you put in the work to create a space that you and your family can enjoy for years to come. If you decide to take on some of the remodeling yourself, YouTube can be an invaluable resource for how-to videos. Just remember, when it comes to highly skilled trades involving plumbing and electrical, unless you have experience, defer to the pros. It can save you money by avoiding a costly mistake. So, how do you decide if a fixer-upper is the right choice for you? The key is to weigh the potential benefits against the potential drawbacks. Consider your budget, timeline, comfort level. With managing a renovation project, if you're willing to put in the time and effort, a fixer-upper could be a great investment. But if you're not up for the challenge, it's possibly best to stick with a move-in ready home or take on smaller, more manageable DIY projects. If you decide to take on a fixer-upper, it's important to approach the project with a clear plan and realistic expectation. Start by having the home thoroughly inspected to get a sense of the extent of the repairs. Then, create a detailed budget and timeline for the project. Finally, be prepared to be flexible and adaptable as unexpected issues arise because something is bound to come up. It always does. My final words of advice are to keep an open mind while looking for your next home. In a competitive market, Everyone wants a move-in ready, turnkey home, which makes it more challenging to buy a home when inventory is limited like it is today. You'll have a much better chance of paying a lower sales price and avoiding bidding wars against other buyers by finding a home that isn't turnkey. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you gained something from today's video. I'd love to hear some feedback, so if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. Till next time.